The concept of dialectics was this idea that we can hold two thoughts in our mind at the same time that seem like they're opposite and yet are both true. So walking the middle path is the process of how we resolve that dialectic or navigate those two opposing thoughts. One place where dialectics show up a lot is in parenting. So as a parent, we often have to navigate many dialectics. This dialectic between being strict and controlling and permissive. A dialectic between figuring out, what is part of just normal developmental behavior for a kid and what is the problem or what do we need to step in and help our child with. And another dialectic we have to navigate is this dialectic between dependence, the fact that our children need us and they rely on us, and that we want to foster independent, self-sufficient adults down the line. So that dialectic in particular is one that I want to talk about. How do we walk the middle path in that dialectic today? Because I feel like this is so relevant, especially in states of transition with eating disorder recovery. So to talk about this, I've got JD with me. So JD, I'm hoping you can tell us a little bit more today about how you walked that middle path in balancing the fact that your daughter needed you and was dependent upon you to help her through recovery, and the fact that at some point she needed to learn how to recover on her own.
Yeah, I think it's a really important question, and I really like that you highlighted that it changes throughout the process. So I think early on, one of the dialectic places for parents very often is with challenge foods, where it can be very tempting to stay fully with safe foods, or it can be tempting to maybe even just go full bore only on challenge foods. And both of those approaches tend not to work as well as if you take a middle path and build both some safe time and then also some challenge time into your schedule, just paying attention to people's energy levels and things like that, and doing it in a way that's sustainable. So thinking about the importance of it is a transition that you're moving in that direction, and then really thinking about it doesn't necessarily have to be you can't go to the party because you've got to eat. It could be, how can we make it so that you can do both? Maybe we have dinner in the car right before the party, so I'm just letting you, sort of go in at that time. Maybe I'm picking you up if it's a sleepover before breakfast because breakfast is too hard. So rather than avoiding the event completely, figuring out a way that you can meet the need to have the nutrition met and also have the socializing.
Yeah, you have to sort of figure out where it is that, you're going to compromise and let go. And then what are the things that I absolutely need to stick to and hold to? And so for so many parents, it's it's the weight. So, we can allow you to kind of grow and become more independent in some ways, but we're going to keep a really close eye on your weight.
Yeah. And I think that if you look at that as a route to independence instead of sort of holding folks back, it sort of changes that and lets everybody move forward.